Good morning, everyone. Good morning, founders and entrepreneurs. Doing a little bit of a special live today because I'm on the go all day. There's a lot happening right now. But I wanted to share with you a couple of important announcements. And also, it's an opportunity for you to see and learn a little bit more about myself, where I live. I thought I'd share the surroundings, right? So, for those of you who haven't met me already, I am Avocat Olivia Marcu-Iordanescu. I partner with high performing tech companies and emerging companies to streamline their legal processes so they can scale internationally. And this is what I want to talk to you today about what it takes to scale an international business when you are building the next tech unicorn, right? Um, now, in this process, there is a lot of legal aspects that you need to consider. And I've worked for the past 16 years as in-house legal counsel. I've supported many corporations, but also startups and founders that wanted to enter new markets. And whether it was through licensing or simply rolling out an existing business model. Um, and some of these processes I share in the lives I do weekly here, Thursdays mornings with you. Um, but some of them you just have to take that leap of faith and join me and discover what they are. Um, so, one of the big announcements that I have for today is really exciting news because we are getting to the halftime, right? This is halftime. We are getting closer to the middle of the year, of the financial year. And I know what this means for most businesses. It means looking back on what has happened in this first half of the year, but also personally, right? In our personal lives, we want to look back and assess, see what has worked and what hasn't, and what are some steps that we can take to take our game a little bit to the next level. And this is what we do in legal too, in legal operations. And when I was leading a department and also in my work with clients now, I always look back and assess and try to understand what has worked and what hasn't. And if there was something that didn't work, I just eliminate it and then create new processes and new workflows and new systems for my clients. Um, and this is what the exciting news is about because starting 1st of July, so right when we start the second half of the year, I'm going to be leading a workshop, a 5-day workshop for those founders and CEOs and CFOs, because the legal function is always very interconnected with the financial function of the company, but also business development and operations, yeah, or product managers, product owners. Um, so if you are one of these people, the workshop is for you. But also, if you are a legal counsel in a tech company or a head of legal, you maybe have a small team and it's the expansion of the business can be overwhelming. And if you don't want to go at it alone, and I can totally get that, then being in the workshop is an opportunity for you to learn some tricks and tips, but more importantly, to build a legal roadmap for the company and also for your legal department so that you are empowered in this process and don't feel at any moment in time that is taking too much of your the energy of your team, and that you are doing this in a way that is empowering you, your team, but also the company. Because at the end of the day, that's what the legal function does, right? It's there to support the business, the goals of the founders, always trying to strike that proper balance between business and legal, and um, in the process, deal with the tech challenge. So I wanted to announce this today to let you know that if you are in that space, this is for you. It's a great opportunity to come and look together at what has worked so far and what hasn't in regards to your legal strategy in your tech company, to assess, but also to reframe, recreate, and learn how to do that in the most efficient and effective way, right? Without spending exorbitant amounts of money on, I don't know, from your legal budget in the process. I know this is always a challenge for companies, not just for startups, but also for emerging tech companies, for scale ups, and in this current context, in this economy, right? So without spending exorbitant amounts of money, but also without wasting precious time, okay? And just learning how to get there fast and efficient. For some of you, this may be through funding, and for others, it won't. We might discover that just by streamlining those legal processes, that can really, like shine through your operations, empower them. This is the thing for you. You don't actually need the funding. Let's see, let's discover that together. I'm inviting you to DM me or drop me a comment below if you want to participate, and I will share the deets with you in no time. Um, the other announcement, the other exciting news I wanted to share with you is that this live stream is transforming, okay? I'm really happy that you've been joining me every week for the past couple of months, I guess. And what has happened in the process is that I've had interest and more ideas from people I've been sharing and who have been watching this space, right? And what is going to happen is that I'm going to start sharing a live tech founders series where we delve into the challenges they've had along the way in building their tech companies, what they learned in the process, what were some legal challenges. It's going to be a great opportunity to share ideas, learn from their experience. I also plan on having some really special guests also on the side of the funds and private equity, and just building that community and the sharing of ideas and how can we learn in this process. It's going to include a lot of artificial intelligence talk because everyone is preoccupied with it at the moment. I want to break through all your fears in this respect, at least the legal fears. I know it's a very bold statement because you will say no one has done that and no one can do that because we don't know, right, what AI is capable of. But I think this only is happening, this constant concern and preoccupation with what the AI will bring and how it will impact us, including in the way we are practicing the legal profession, but also as businesses internationally. I think a big part of that is a lot of misconception, a lack of information that kind of creates this vibe around AI that because we don't know it, we don't understand it, we don't control it, yet. We have to control it as human beings. But because we don't know, we don't have that clarity, somehow it scares us. And so there's a sudden, immediate urge right now to regulate it. And I want to look at that. I want to look at that from this perspective of understanding what it is, what are the challenges, from a legal perspective, but also sharing the knowledge and experience and expertise of tech founders who have been there in this AI journey, not for a couple of years, but for many, many years back. You'd be surprised, okay? So this is what's in store for you. The time of the weekly lives is going to shift. So it won't be 10:30 Central European time anymore. I'm going to push this a little further into the day. I don't have a set time yet. Watch this space. I will announce it as I change the time. The day always stays Thursdays. But the reason being is that there are founders from all over the world joining the lives, and fund managers and investment advisors and so on and so forth. And we have to find a middle ground, right? We cannot have these people wake up at 5 a.m. to go live, right, on social media. Now, thank you all for joining in today. I just want to quickly sum up with you what we discussed today. So first was the workshop that is happening in the beginning of July. We start on 3rd of July. Going through the train station. So, two key things to take away from today's live. Number one, DM me, message me for signing up for the 5 legal steps workshop to scale an international technology business. This is for you if you are a founder or CEO or CFO or business development or even a legal department, a legal team in such a company, in an emerging tech company. And second, transforming this live into what I like to call the Tech Founders series, where we will be sharing some really valuable insights from current tech founders, also in the AI space, and super valuable for you to get a lot of information, experience, and understand how to navigate all the uncertainty and misconceptions around tech and AI specifically. So thank you for joining in today. I hope this was valuable for you. DM me if you have any questions or leave them in the comments. And I will see you again next week.